Let's smoke a brisket. This is a full pecker brisket. We're going to start by trimming off the fat on the bottom of the brisket. Take a sharp knife and shave off the hard fat, taking a little bit off at a time. The key here is to get that brisket nice and even so it cooks evenly while it's cooking. Flip it over and start removing the fat on the top as well, leaving about a 1/4 inch fat total. Take your time, don't rush it, taking a little piece at a time until it's nice and even. Even out the edges as well, and this thing is ready to get seasoned up. Yellow mustard for the binder, and then season with Hardcore Carnivore Black and some extra coarse ground black pepper for an additional kick. Pat that in and then cover the sides, and this thing is ready to hit the egg. The egg is set for about 225 degrees. I'm using a water pan as well for some additional moisture, and the brisket goes on, fat kept side up, and we're going to be cooking it undisturbed until it hits about 170 internal. After a couple hours, quick check, it is coming along nicely, smells great. At 170, remove the brisket, and I'm going to use a butcher paper wrap, spritz with some beef stock for additional moisture, and wrap the brisket up tightly. The butcher paper is going to help retain some of the moisture while allowing it to breathe to keep that bark nice and formed. Wrap it tightly and back on the egg until probe tender, about 202, 204 degrees internal. You know when it's done when you take your temperature probe and it goes in without any resistance. Check this out, that paper is just soaked in all those juices and this brisket is looking nice. After an hour rest, it's time to slice it up and see how it turned out. And this thing is looking pretty good. Super juicy, very tender looking. Look at all those juices coming out. Nice even layer of fat on top. That's from the trimming that we did. It's missing the smoke ring, but that's okay. That's purely cosmetic. It's kind of hit or miss for me anyways. The main thing here is the flavor, the taste, and the tenderness. And this thing looks as good as it gets. Check this out. Quick bend test, hanging on that knife, smelling unbelievable. Here's how you can check for tenderness. Take your brisket and it should pull apart without any resistance, just like that. And it was delicious, meaty, smoky, super tasty.